General Fanny Masemola was updating Mthatha residents on extortion cases today. National Police Commissioner General Fanny Masemola says they are investigating 38 cases of extortion they got through their hotline service that was recently launched to address extortion crises in the Eastern Cape. Masemola was briefing the community of Mthatha on the progress they have made in an attempt to combat crime. Masemola said out of the 1,180 calls they received, only 38 cases were registered. We are assuring communities that a dedicated team of investigators and members from specialized units that are attached to the task team dealing with extortions are working on the information. Some of the cases that one can highlight that are extortion related include the case where our members were attacked at their base and 3 people were shot and killed, including a local traditional leader who was being investigated on allegations of extortion, Masemola said. Masemola said police shot and killed 14 alleged extortionists across the country this week, 6 from KZN, 3 in the Eastern Cape, 4 in the Western Cape and 1 in Mpumalanga. One of the people present at the briefing, who referred to herself as Veronica, said she was victimized by controversial Mthatha West traditional leader Deluxelo Marique. Marique was shot and killed by police during a shootout with his 2 accomplices on Wednesday. Today I am homeless because of Marique who burnt my house, and my son was shot with 4 bullets. I am thankful that the police have stood up against crime. I previously reported the incident but till today no police has came to me. No female police have stood with me as a woman and a single parent. My case was lost, and no one has ever done a follow-up, another woman at the briefing explained in tears. SAP's spokesperson Brigadier Lenda Mata promised that the commissioner would meet the woman to try and assist her. Masemola said they don't regret responding the way they did when they shot and killed the alleged extortionists last week. Let's listen to Commissioner Masemola media briefing in detail.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for responding on a Sunday afternoon. We are here in Mthatha just to say that we have, as South African Police Service Management, we have concluded a visit at our National Intervention Unit offices here in Mthatha, which we call it NIU. NIU is one of our specialized unit. It's one of our elite units, which comes second from the Special Task Force. And of course, as you go down, we have got the TRT. So we're at the National Intervention Unit base. The unit is made of police officers who attend to medium and high-risk incidents, including your cash-in-transit heists, kidnappings, armed robberies, and so on, all violent crimes. These highly trained members are also tasked with the tracing of dangerous and highly armed criminals who are involved in serious and violent crimes, as I said. This is one of SAP's units that leaves nothing to chance, and they are at all times being utilized countrywide. And as you are aware, this unit was attacked last week on Wednesday by 3 men who arrived at the base of the unit and asked to see one of the members there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to fold our arms and allow a situation where our dedicated, hardworking police officers who are entrusted with investigating and tracing hardened criminals to be targeted. For the mere fact that these criminals, as we call them, went as far as trailing our members to the base, it says a lot to us. More so going to an NIU base and you look for a member. And these people, they are not going there unarmed, they go there armed. I'm therefore pleased that in that occasion when these criminals confronted the member who, of course, unconsciously so approached them with a view that maybe they are doing an inquiry, only to be greeted by bullets. We are pleased that and encouraged that when these armed criminals arrived at the offices, they were met with an operational ready member and members who tactically alerted other members, and they acted decisively when the situation called for them to do so. And when the dust settled, 3 of these armed criminals were taken down, and no life was lost by the police. We are fortunate that one member was injured, but he still survived because he still survived that bullet. He's injured, but he survived. It is, however, of a concern that 2 days later, the same NIU member who was targeted and called by these criminals on Wednesday was also targeted again while on his way to work. Due to his alertness and his skills and experience, the member was shot at, and he fortunately responded, and he managed to shoot back at the assailant, which this criminal was later found in a hiding, injured, and is currently under police guard at the hospital. This happened in the height of September month, which is a police safety month, and is a period in which we intensify efforts to ensure the safety and security of our members. We also utilize this month to raise awareness and alertness on police killings and how this has a long-term negative impact not only on the organization but also on the families and the broader society at large. Just a week ago, we remembered 39 members who died in the line of duty when we were commemorating them at the Union Building. It is on that score that we will not tolerate attack on our men and women in blue, who are doing all they can to put a stop to incidents of extortions and all other crimes. We continue to urge our members to act decisively when faced with danger. Our members have a duty to protect themselves and also protect the communities which they serve. We have also met with the management of the province, led by the Provincial Commissioner of Eastern Cape, Lieutenant General Mane. However, of course, concerned that the number of cases that have been reported since our visit with the Minister 3 weeks ago does not reflect the extent of the problem which seems to be in this OR Tambo district, more especially Mthatha. Simply put, it looks like there is underreporting of these cases when it comes to extortion. And of course, this is indeed worrisome, as we should ourselves and the community make sure that we take the fight, we take the war to this extortionist, and we will continue doing so. Since the launch of the hotline in the Eastern Cape 2 weeks ago, the extortion hotline, a total of 1,180 calls were received. This number is made up of 688 prank calls. Those who called, and there's also those who called to verify whether this line is indeed the line for extortion. Those are 431. And the total number of cases which were reported via the hotline relating to extortion is 36. We are assuring communities that a dedicated team of investigators and members from specialized units that are attached to the task team dealing with extortions are working on this information with a view to build up cases and bring those responsible to book. Some of the cases that one can highlight that are extortion related include cases where Our members were attacked at their base, and the one I spoke about now, and 3 people were shot and killed, including a traditional or so-called traditional leader who was being investigated on some cases. In the same incidents, 3 firearms were seized, meaning all 3 of them were armed with side weapons which they used to shoot this member when they arrived. In addition to this incident, 2 suspects has been arrested this week alone. One is linked to the attack on the NIU member on Thursday, and the other suspect is the one who is linked to an extortion incident at Ntuli clinic on Friday. Apparently, this suspect entered the clinic and claimed to employees who were there that they are not safe and they must pay him protection fee. But he was arrested and will appear in court soon. I'm encouraged by the work of the police in doing what the police are doing in this province and restore law and order. You'll recall that from mid-August we have deployed additional members to support and augment the available resources and the capacities in this province to deal with extortion decisively. To date, the work that has been put in through intelligence gathering or on suspected syndicates linked to extortion on protection fees is encouraging. There are tracing operations, roadblocks, vehicle checkpoints, and of course searches of residents in case where there are intelligence. Since our visit throughout the Ortambo district, 100 dangerous weapons have been seized, including 18 firearms and 99 rounds of ammunition. We are all aware that when it comes to crime of stock theft, Eastern Cape is one of our provinces that is quite high in this. And there is also a number of stock, 240 livestock that have been recovered during this period. In closing, we would like to call upon the community to work with the police decisively so that we clamp down on these few syndicated criminals that are terrorizing the community. They are not in the majority, they are real in minority, so let's work together and make sure we bring them to book. We have seen also in other provinces, just this week in KwaZulu-Natal, 6 of extortionists that were fatally wounded in a shootout with police in Durban. In the previous week, 4 extortionists were also fatally wounded during confrontation with police in the Western Cape. In Mpumalanga, there was also one that was fatally wounded in Korafontein engaging with the police. This should serve as a detriment and a strong message to those current and future extortionists to say they should stop what they are doing. We will never win if we don't cooperate as stakeholders in this. Our work as men and women in blue is cut out there and will continue with this fight against the crime. Just a feedback on Operation Shanela, we have up to so far made 840,000 arrests. Suspect that has been brought to book for various crimes, including murder, rape, CITs, and related crimes. We have also seen yesterday in Gauteng, 6 suspects were shot dead in Germiston during a cross-pavement robbery, where an AK-47 and over 4 pistols were recovered during that operation. I thank you very much.